GangsterBet is Icon's next generation NFT collectibles of 5,555 gangsters and detectives, with changeable names and stats. Holders of GangsterBet NFTs receive daily distributions of GBet tokens. GBet can be used to upgrade their NFT skills and stats. The supply of GBet will decrease over time and will stop after 9 years. Holding GangsterBet NFTs will have opportunities for future airdrops and will give you access to GangsterBet's highly anticipated metaverse. Learn more at gangsterbet.io. Eye on Icon is proudly supported by Icon Nation and the Icon community. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Eye on Icon, where we go around the ecosystem and interview our builders and creators. And today is an exciting show. We have Artechist with us, and from the Wonderland team. If you didn't know, you've probably heard him on Crafters Corner. You probably engage with him in the Discord all the time. Man, welcome to the show. So happy to have you on.
Hey, thanks. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me here.
Excellent, excellent. So today, we haven't had anyone from Wonderland on the show. So, we're going to go. I'm keen to learn about the project. So some typical questions we're going to get through what it's about, so that anyone who hasn't been following can come up to speed. But I know later on in the show we're going to talk about some alpha, some cool things that are going to be happening, and Wonderland's going to be utilizing. So excited to get there. But first things first. Can you tell us a bit about you and what role you play on the team?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually really excited for this week too. A lot of good news coming up, but yeah, really excited to be here. So yeah, I'm one of the founding members at Wonderland. More about me, I come from a tech field. I've been in Wonderland since the ideation phase and uh, just growing the community since like day one, where there was 0 members in our Discord, and we have always been community first and just growing the community from there. So it's really fun to see where we are at right now and to imagine where we can be in the future. So yeah, that's basically what I do in Wonderland. More about me, I come from a tech field. Um, have been in the field for about like 5 years now. Um, I have worked on a startup before, a really exciting startup, but Wonderland uh, got me. So I actually am full time in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So I am in Wonderland now, and then before that, I used to work in a bank for AI ML stuff. In startup, I used to work on product engineering. So yeah, I just love building stuff from scratch, building products from scratch, building community, and Web3 is the place to be. And I love building it on Icon right now.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot there, and come from a financial background. You said, right?
So yeah, I used to work in bank, but it was
Yeah.
more from product engineering and AI ML.
Okay, great. So wealth of experience, and you've dabbled into this, and you're basically front and center leading the charge with the Wonderland project. Awesome. So we have the right man on the show.
Thank you. Good to
Ah,
hear.
cool. So the other part I was wondering is, who are some of the teams working on Wonderland? Is it a joint effort? Is there a bit of a collaboration going on? I know there was a team, Gangster Bet. Is it shared? What's the story there?
Yeah. So we do have leadership team from Gangstabit, also within the leadership team of Wonderland. It's more of strategic and more of biz dev stuff that's more involved there. But in terms of operation side of things, Wonderland has its own set of team that's 100% on Wonderland, and also the dev side. So basically, they're team members who have actually worked on icon projects. like balanced. We since we are also like partnered with Gangstabit on the strategic side of things, we also do share our tech knowledge and share about things we're building. So we're helping each other out there. In terms of art, we have a variety of artists, from young artists to experienced artists. We really take that seriously too. So we have we have a lot of nice things coming up there. And yeah, in terms of Iconist, our dev team, our leadership team have been in Icon since day one.
Mm. Which is awesome because they know the ins and outs of most of our dApps in our ecosystem and can utilize it. And it's similar team also in charge of the Harmony component of BTP, isn't it? As in, not the same Wonderland team. I just mean that working group as a whole.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Okay, so great. Got a bit about you, bit about the team. Now, let's talk about Wonderland itself. So, the saying, the elevator pitch. So, someone who knows nothing about the project, how would you introduce it to them and describe it?
Wonderland, yeah. So Wonderland is a collaborative DeFi game that takes player in a cross-chain adventure. So what that means is we are building this project where we want our community to experience this gameplay that really focuses on collaboration and teamwork, and also focuses on the cross-chain interoperability of Icon BTP. So why we chose collaboration, right? Why is that so important? We have seen a lot of games where it is about earning, it is about being the best. But at the end of the day, it really is fun when you're doing it with a group of people, a community, your friends, and doing it together. So we really want to focus on that. And Wonderland gameplay just revolves around that vision. And why we're doing interoperability is because we are an icon, and we really want to make use of the BTP tech, and really go to different cross chain. And I really want to go more deep into the cross chain side of it, because
Yeah.
not just on tech side but also from community side, it's really interesting to see how different communities collaborate, how different communities can help each other out in terms of knowledge transfer, in terms of uh, trying to understand a new tech, in terms of a whole different digital nation combining with another digital nation. So this is a really interesting thing.
Okay, cool. So then back to and we'll touch on the interoperability part. I'm very keen to expand on it. But like, say I have, I'm a new user, right? And I've walked up and I found out about your project. And in this instance, the, the project has launched, right? So could you talk me through exactly what I would do, acquire an NFT, what I would do with it, what the goal is in the game? Give me a bit more context there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I went a bit more towards like vision and the value and
Yeah. And we're
for
going to come back
Wonderland,
to
but
that.
yeah. So let me take a step back and talk about the actual the gameplay, right?
Mm,
So how Wonderland would work for phase one, chapter one is chapter one also has phases. So chapter one, phase one, what it has is it has three different NFT characters. It has Alice's, it has queens, and it has cards. So those are the three different NFT types.
yep,
And what people can do is they can mint those characters, and after they mint it, they can use those characters to stake in the Wonderland forest, Wonderland world, which we have a UI visualization on our gameplay. And while staking there, they can basically play around to accumulate as much shrooms as possible. And yeah, we can go a bit deeper on shrooms too, but going more on the gameplay side of things, how those two characters interact is the card is basically this card soldiers who work for the queen. And what they are trying to do is trying to find this shroom, trying to find this area of shroom that has more yields. So basically, in the Wonderland world, Wonderland Forest, there is different section that has different surge zones, and some zones have more shrooms versus some zones who have less shrooms. So they're basically trying to find that, and once they find it, the queens they tax the cards. Um, because they're working for the queens. And then while the cards are taking the shrooms to the queen, Alice is basically trying to steal the shrooms from the cards.
Okay. Yep. So there's a lot of probability in there, right? So people are taking a bit of a risk in part of the process, and they can either come out of it with a lot of shrooms or lose all their shrooms.
Yeah, yeah. So we're dabbing on the Rick's part where people would lose the shrooms. Um, but the losing part, we are kind of toning down that a little bit because people are putting in their time and effort to accumulate shrooms, and it would really suck if they lose a lot of them. So
Mm.
that one's a bit nerfed. But in terms of probability, in terms of how to find the shrooms, that we're focusing more on that part.
Okay. Okay. So that you've given that outline and context. Now, let's throw what you mentioned earlier, where cross chain into the picture. Like, how does that play a part in the universe?
Yeah, so within the universe, we have the character NFTs, right? And if you look at Wonderland, Wonderland has so many different characters, and it is this imaginary world, this dream that Alice basically has, right? And it has so many different madness. It has a tea party, it has trial, it has Alice trying to figure out, and she goes inside the rabbit's house. It has so many different chapters to it, and right now we're just dabbing on the shroom part of it, basically the shroom allocation part of it. That's just the gamified version of it. So in the future, the chapters can go on to this different uh, basically different whole different gameplay, and the same character NFTs can be used to uh, go across the cross chain into a new dApp to play this gameplay.
Okay. So cross chain, yeah. Okay. So, and this is where. So how have you been finding it at the moment? Because I know originally it was ice or snow, but given a bit of a timeline around that, the team decided to launch on Harmony. How has the reception been on Harmony, especially with DeFi Kingdom? So Harmony is known for that particular project being a runaway hit. Have we been able to get that community interested in another NFT DeFi game, or what's it been like?
Yeah, that's a really awesome question. So yeah, just to repeat that, we were planning to be on ice before, and then looking at the timeline, we chose Harmony.
Mm.
And Harmony is a really nice GameFi ecosystem. They do have other products. They do have other stuff going on with a lot of DAOs and stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of GameFi, they're pretty good. And Harmony is also one of Icon's partner chain for BTP. So it was hands down really easy decision to use Harmony until we have Ice. And we did that because we already had focused on EVM compatible dApp. So that was our decisions to go to Harmony. And in terms of how we are received there, a lot of people. So Harmony has a lot of different GameFi coming up there,
Mm.
and they have a lot of other NFT projects too. For example, some of them are like Moon Robots, Mars Colony, DeFi. Right? There are a lot of like probably more than six, seven, eight really good projects out there. So in terms of that, it's really hard for people to keep up with
Mm.
so many projects going on. So we how we are trying to enter into the ecosystem and get people to see that, oh, Wonderland is also on Harmony, and Wonderland is also a really top project, is by partnering up with other Harmony GameFis,
Mm.
GameFi projects, and also once they come within our ecosystem, really engaging with them and talking to them through our Discord community.
Mm. Okay, cool. So that's great to hear. And the next thing I wanted to ask you about was, so you mentioned there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of NFTs. Can we get a little bit of a rundown in the first? Because I've noticed as well, there's been a ton of games being played to win whitelist spots and things like that. So could you talk us through what the whitelisting process is, how big the NFT sale will be on launch that is coming up very soon. Just let's talk a little bit about that, and I'll keep quizzing you as you talk to different points.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So, in terms of the max number of character NFTs that we'll have for Alice's Queens and Cards, we'll only have 20K of them total in the whole entire um, length of life cycle of the project for the character NFTs. Um, in the future, there is possibility to introduce more type of NFTs, but for character NFTs, there'll only ever be 20K.
Okay.
And then out of those 20K, 10K will be for the minting sale that's coming up pretty soon. And then the remaining 10K will be within the game. So people who play the game will be able to earn those NFTs by playing
Yep.
the game.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome. Yep. And so then, what is there a whitelist? Is there a whitelist process? How's that going to
Yeah,
work?
Yeah, so like I said, we have been really focusing on community since day one,
Mm.
and we use various different ways to whitelist our community. We have like tons of different tiers. Sometimes it might be confusing because of the number of tiers we have. We have like I think uh, six different tiers, but so yeah, let me just run down through a couple of them. So we had Whitelist One, which was basically for early members. It was really easy. Early members who joined the community would be able to whitelist just for being there as an early member. Whitelist Two was something that we realized that maybe some members don't want to have Discord, don't want to have Telegram, right? So we did that through our website. So whitelist 2 was through website, and then whitelist 3 was within the Discord community through different engagement. This one specifically was called a wishing well,
Mm.
and was a really nice event. And I actually want to talk about it more. Uh, we're gonna go on to it later. And then in terms of another whitelist, we right now are just doing giveaways to members for whitelist where they just enter a giveaway, and those spots are a bit less than the ones that were before because the early members were the ones who really believed in the project since day one, so they will get rewarded for that.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, do you want to talk about the whitelist, the wishing well piece?
Oh yeah, definitely. So this idea was not from Wonderland. It we got this from Meta Angels. This is one of an NFT collection in Ethereum.
Hmm.
And yeah, this is the really good thing about the Web3 space. We are innovating new ways to engage and build communities, and we share, uh, like the whole ecosystem shares things with each other. And when we saw this, we were like, we have to try this. So how it worked was basically members would have two different types of whitelist in Wishing Well. One would be gold, the other would be silver. Members could get silver by just going into one of our Discord channels and type or write any wish that they want. For example, a wish could be as simple as, you know, I'm watching. I have some free time tonight. Is there any good Netflix TV shows or Netflix movie that I can watch? So that's a wish, and people would just get a whitelist for that. And what's good about this is someone else in the community can help that person. So for helping, you'd actually get a gold list because you're actually helping someone else. So we're kind of incentivizing our members to help each other there. And so some other member would come and tell them about what is good in Netflix right now, what they can watch. So that had a really good positive reinforcement in our community, and that brought a lot of good positive energy for that whole week, and it just kept on going, and it's still going until now. So that was a really nice event that we got to do.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I know, just in general, like from the day the Discord launched, I know it's just been chaos, but in a good way. I mean that word. Like, there's constant engagement. There's things always happening in there, and I believe Daniel Free, he's one of the community managers for Wonderland. Yeah, he's been doing a sensational job there as well. So that's fun. That's really awesome. It's a great
Yeah,
community to be part of.
yeah, Daniel is awesome. He's one of the best.
Yeah. No. Okay. So uh, we have a bit. Okay. I feel like that's good. I have a real good grasp of what the project is, what the NFT game is. It's very clear that you are launching on Harmony first. You mentioned it. How many chains? So one of the other things I wanted to ask was, we know it's coming to snow or ice. Like, is there has the team decided they'll launch on snow first, or are they going to wait for ice?
Yeah, so right now we are looking towards snow more.
Okay. Yep.
And that, yeah, I think looking at the timeline and stuff, I think that would be more reasonable.
Mhm.
But if for the whole team, it would be much better to do it on ice. But we're more leaning towards snow right now.
Yeah. Okay. Understandable. And then, apart from that, is there any other chain that is being considered? Given you mentioned it's designed to be, interoperable, other chains involved.
No, we haven't done our research and due diligence there yet for a chain. So before we go on a chain, we really look into the community. We look at what's out there. We look at the ecosystem as a whole. We look at the pros and cons. So we have to do that before going to, or announcing a chain would be.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Now, back to the whitelist question. So, one thing I wanted to clarify is, so if you aren't part of any whitelist, will we have opportunities to purchase the NFTs when it goes on sale?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We have designed in a way that it's not gonna get sold out within the whitelist,
Okay.
and there's gonna be more and more opportunity in public sale too.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Now, I think let's now talk about some of the plans, how you're going to go about the NFT sale. So, Articus, I've heard a rumor. Okay. So there's a rumor that you could be utilizing Icon Bridge to purchase these NFTs. Do you want to shed some light on that? Can you talk? I've asked the question. You got to answer, man.
Yeah, we are. I'm super, super stoked, super excited about this. We are using Icon Bridge, and so excited that Wonderland can be one of the first use cases for Icon Bridge to mint NFTs. And we're doing this to connect Harmony and Icon, and Wonderland being the first use case. It's just awesome.
Can we just pause for a moment? Everyone's all on the Binance Smart Chain bandwagon. It's coming, and then out of nowhere, Harmony just appears to take the title. I love it. Okay, cool. So talk us through how this will work. So is it because we know Icon Bridge, for example, is designed to move token transfers, right? It's designed to transfer tokens from one chain to another. But from what I understand, this is not the this is not what will be happening with the NFT sale, is it?
Yeah, it won't. And we actually are using one of the BTP technology, which is Icon Bridge technology too, that is not really out there in terms of people really talking about it as much, but
Mm.
it has immense amount of use cases, and minting is one of them. And we are really excited to be using it. So we're using the messaging part of the BTP,
Mm.
and what it basically does is allows members to just connect to wallets, mint using ICX, and then the NFT appears in the wallet of another blockchain. As simple as that.
Okay, yeah. So using the messaging, so not even token messaging was something that was talked about in the next iteration, or take time to utilize. You guys are literally just not even token transfers. Let's go to stage two of the tech, and from a user perspective, so for me, I would go to say a website where I connect my Icon wallet and my MetaMask wallet, because that's what Harmony. You add the Harmony network, and that's where my address is. And then I can purchase the NFT with ICX. So I transfer or whatever, use the UI to transfer the ICX to the address, and next thing, which is an ICX address, and then the next thing I know is on the Harmony address, the NFT will get minted and sent to me, and the user doesn't have to look at any cross-chain transaction history or anything, because it's using the Icon Bridge messaging layer to inform Harmony and the relayer and the BTP components of that on that side to go, yes, receive funds, transfer NFT to this wallet, kind of like that.
Yes, exactly that. Just as simple as
Nailed
that.
it. Okay, cool. No, this is super exciting. So to tell us what it's been like for the team. So obviously, and this is where you touched on earlier that a similar team, the core team that works on a lot of different things, is also building the Harmony Bridge. And at what point did Wonderland and that team get together and go, hang on, this is all coming together perfectly. What can we do here to make this very seamless for all iconists? I'd love to hear that story. Is there a story? Is there a tale to tell here?
There is, and it's a funny one because in Wonderland, a lot of there are a lot of moving pieces, and I like to be synced on, or I like to know and drive things going on within the
Mm.
Wonderland operation side of things, and then the development team just comes out of nowhere and says, we're going to use Icon Bridge and we're going to make the meeting as simple as possible. And I'm like, how is that possible, guys? um is it like, are you guys just playing? Are you are we gonna make our own tech, or what are you guys suggesting? And then they just laid all out, saying, look, here's how where the icon bridge already is, and we can definitely use it right now for icon minting the NFTs for Wonderland. And I was just I was just amazed. It's just amazing to see a lot of talent within the team, and for them to come up with this idea too. So I was actually I wasn't even hands on in this one, and the team just came up with this.
Yeah, yeah, no, this is pretty awesome. So, okay, for more context, how soon are we talking? How soon do you anticipate the NFT sale happening?
It's within weeks. So we have our poker night coming up,
Mm.
and it's one of the biggest events in Icon NFT space, and it would be really close to that one.
Okay, so not long at all. So essentially, we've got a huge sale happening, and at the same time, we know well a portion of the Harmony Bridge is going to be launching because the sale is going to utilize that. Now, is there, given I'm going to just say this, right? We know Wonderland was CPS funded, and rightfully so. And obviously, it was always designed to be Snow, given EVM compatibility, etc. Harmony was picked. But you guys have never forgotten that, you know what? Icon is at heart. It is CPS funded. It is possible thanks to Icon. So now you're utilizing the Icon Bridge BTP tech to ensure all Iconists can participate in the sale. Is there anything else that Iconists are going to benefit from by utilizing this tech and participating in this NFT sale?
Yeah, there is.
Oh man,
uh,
I'm asking all the right questions today.
so so initially, right, as we had planned, we were going on ice. So our community building was done within Icon ecosystem only for the initial phase. So the initial OW, as we call that in our which is original wanderers. Our whitelist one, which is original wanderers, they were mostly iconist, and they were the early supporters who still support us so much, and we can't thank enough for that. And for that, and it's always like super easy to give early adopters more benefit, right? So
Mm,
definitely more numbers of minting in terms of minting per wallet during the pre-sale stage. And the other thing is, for any ICX minting, there will be a discount.
mm. Go on. I love a good discount. So is it? Can you talk about how much per NFT? Is that out in the open yet?
It's not out in the open, but
Okay, but
we'd
you're going to
love to.
spill the beans. Okay, tell us.
So the original Wanderers get 25% discount,
Okay.
and any whitelist after that will get 15% discount, and any one even in the pre-sale and public sale who are not actually, yeah, people won't be in pre-sale if they're not in whitelist. So anything after that, so any public sale is 10% discount.
Okay, but the actual per NFT, we're not revealing that yet, are we?
Not that, not yet.
Okay, okay. Maybe I'll circle back before closing the show to see if you just reveal, like Ben does at times in Studio Mirror. No,
But
okay. So ton of stuff here. I feel for the first time, because look, I haven't been confession time. Haven't been following the project closely. However, I have been excited about it. And today is probably the first time I kind of was a bit cheeky because I structured the questions on things I wanted more information about. I know me, but I've really come to understand a lot more about the gaming component and what the players will be doing and why they want to purchase these NFTs and things like that. One thing we haven't talked about, because we've talked about so much, one thing we didn't zone in on was Shrooms, the token, because I caught a little bit of a hint that there could be multiple tokens. In phase one, we're launching with Shrooms. Have I understood that correctly, or am I grasping at straws here?
Yeah, so right now, in phase one, it would just be shrooms.
Yep.
But yeah, there is multiple tokens in the ecosystem in the future. But shrooms will be one of the main token that will be the centerpiece of Wonderland ever.
Okay, Shrooms, and what can Shrooms be used for?
Shrooms. So yeah, shrooms, like I said, is the main token. It's we call it the magical source of Wonderland, and in our lore too, it basically powers the Wonderland ecosystem, Wonderland Wonderverse. Um, so yeah, Shrooms allows members to purchase character NFTs in our marketplace. So we'll have a marketplace similar to Gangs a bit, where members can use Shroom tokens to trade NFTs. And in later phases, we'll introduce items and potions that members can craft using resources and things that are found within the Wonderland world. So that could
Mhm.
be traded using shrooms too. And shrooms can be used to, just to keep it really simple, similar to Gangsta Bits upgrading character. And
Yep.
if they're gangsters and detectives, we can use shrooms to buff our
Yep.
characters. There will be single staking for shrooms, which allows members to vote in the DAO governance.
Hmm.
And there will be also different ways to earn shrooms, which is through staking, through LP rewards, and for single staking shrooms, there will be more utilities such as any future NFTs. There will be more lenient and more exclusive towards people who stake. More token rewards and more access to future utilities too.
Okay, cool. So I heard through LPs, so holding NFTs, obviously, when you hold them, you're going to earn some shrooms based on what you said. The shrooms can be used to upgrade. Then, what are, if you could summarize all the different ways you could possibly earn shrooms? So I've got a few there, LP providing. Is there anything else that's been missed?
Oh yeah, so shrooms can be earned. So actually, there are different earning mechanisms within the game, right?
Hmm.
There's also ways to earn the NFT itself. Um, so basically, shrooms can be earned through exploring the Wonderland and playing the game. So we call it strategic exploration.
Hmm.
So shrooms can be earned from that. Shrooms can be earned from enhancing the character NFT. So enhancing the character NFT would actually increase the character NFT's levels too, but at the same time, it has a utility in the game where it will allow the NFT to find more shrooms easierly.
Okay,
So
okay, yeah, yeah. It gets better at the more it levels up, it gets better at like finding stuff and things like that.
yeah.
So you get more.
Uh,
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so it works on that side too, which is also syncs for shrooms, and also we have a Cheshire Cat portal. That portal basically brings in new character NFTs to the Wonderland world. So that's the remaining 10K NFTs, and to do that, shrooms are required to do that. So shrooms are used there too, but what that basically brings is a whole new NFT to the ecosystem.
Mhm.
So there's that earning part there too, and basically crafting also requires shroom, but that
So
brings a whole new item into the ecosystem. So yeah,
so
there's
so
like
that
different things and
so
different
so that crafting That sorry, that crafting component. So when you use shrooms, is then new NFTs being minted via are the crafting items going to be NFTs or?
Yeah, so we actually are diving around two ways to do that. And we have our game because that's why we push it to a future phase. We have our game mechanics person really look into it in more like like super low level component detail to figure out which would be a better way to do it. One way is to be able to use just ERC20, HRC20 type of token instead of NFTs that could be named an item. The other way is to make it an NFT itself. From the outside, not going super deep, the NFT itself looks better, but we're trying to see what's like really beneficial to the ecosystem.
Yep. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Now, will it launch with? Because after the sale is complete, will the gaming component be ready, or will there be a bit of a wait time before the gaming verse is ready to kick off?
Yeah, there will be some wait time, but we're not trying to make that long. We're trying to make that as short as possible. In terms of the game itself, on the smart contract development, we have done a lot of work there already. It's mostly on finalizing that and finalizing the game mechanics part of stuff on that. So after that, it's also on the UI side of things. We really want the user experience to be top notch. So that's why we kind of refocused our focus in minting first, and then we'll have the gaming. So in terms of that, it will look like this, where it's minting, marketplace, and then the game itself.
Okay, cool. And that minting price per NFT, what are we looking at? Damn! Oh, I thought it would just slip into conversation. I tried, everyone. Okay, well, we'll wait patiently for that reveal. Because that was sorry about that, but okay. I think ton of information, super exciting about Icon Bridge use case and how it's utilizing the messaging component of it. Now, is there anything that we haven't covered today that you want to cover?
Um, Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I kind of talked about this, but I kind of want to go more, little more deeper into it, the community side of things,
Mhm.
and maybe even talk about the art. I love NFTs with really good art, um, and shout out to Tamasi Studio Mira. They have really nice looking NFTs too. So yeah, in terms of community, right? We have been community first since we like to call it day 0.5 instead of day one.
Mhm.
Just to show that we have been that since like early on. Whatever we do, we always put our community in the center. I think I've talked about this in other podcasts or other uh, Twitter space too, but kind of want to repeat that here, that whatever we do, we always put community in center of a prism and look through our product decisions through that prism,
Mhm.
and really say like, will this really benefit the community, and will this really take Wonderland to the next stage? So that's our main focus. And when we took the decision to um, announce that we are gonna deploy on Harmony, we had a lot of community members since day one who were like really hardcore supporting us. They were kind of confused because they were iconists, right?
Mhm.
But turns out that after like couple of days, they still believed in the project. They're still supporting the project, and that's because we have always been with them, and they've always been with us, and we have this bond and relationship with the community. And we really want to continue this because I think going to different chains, bringing in new type of community, new members who have a totally different perspective about a blockchain, right? Because Icon has different. It's a whole different digital nation where people think differently about a blockchain versus Harmony thinks differently versus Binance thinks differently, and then trying to combine all those in one community, or trying to combine members of those in one community. It's a really fun thing to do, and also it basically diversifies the community for us, and also uh, basically makes interoperability much more fun. So yeah, so
Yeah.
just wanted to talk about that, and we're really looking forward to keep on doing this.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to throw something at you here. Um, we know Icon Bridge is going to be utilized for the sale. Fantastic. And then once Harmony is then part of Icon Bridge, have the team thought about, given the game won't launch on Icon at all, have the team thought about, because I know at the moment on Harmony you're doing, if you vote for validators, there's a way to earn shrooms. Uh, is there something in the works where you can do that on Icon and they earn shrooms that can then be transferred cross chain? So it's utilizing Icon Bridge, it's still keeping the entire Icon community engaged, and at the same time, well, we know the perks of using Icon Bridge and having assets move back and forth on the bridge. Has there been any? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but has there been any conversations around this? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Actually, we did have this conversation before, and we will have keep on having this in the future too, because it's a really interesting problem in terms of cross chain community because right, so members are basically owners and participants of this digital nation, right? This blockchain. So once a dApp goes into two different blockchains and combine, basically connects those, it's it's really a balancing act of how do you balance between the two community. One really good example that we have that I can talk about right after this. But before that, another game that did cross chain, and they did it differently. They didn't do it since day one. They were actually in Harmony and went to Avalanche, and
Mm,
they're one of the really top game in GameFi ecosystem right now. DeFi Kingdoms, right?
yeah.
So they also have a similar problem where Harmony folks are not really happy with it, or they not happy as in like in a healthy way, not like saying, oh, this project sucks, but more of in like, okay, so you are doing that, but how do you do the balancing act, right? How do you balance that? So Harmony community really pushed DeFi Kingdom to do that, and DeFi
Mm,
Kingdom is a pretty good project. So they open up and they are transparent about things they will do, and they also get feedbacks from them to improve on that. So similar to that one for Wonderland, we actually did an announcement on Harmony that we have a validator node on Harmony, and members who stake one token will get Shroom tokens for staking one in our validator node in
yeah.
Harmony blockchain. And this was it was mixed because we also had Harmony members, and Harmony members were really happy about it, but Icon members were not super happy or super excited about it because this really puts Icon members in disadvantage because they don't hold one, or
Yep.
they would have to transfer ICX into one, and then it's like a whole different thing that we shouldn't be incentivizing members to do. And in terms of that, um, so after that thing, we had to really reconsider, and we what we have right now to balance that out is on our icon side of things. Any member who mints with ICX, they actually get qualified to get Shroom tokens from 1 million Shroom token distribution airdrop to them after the game launches.
Wait. So
Um,
say that again. If any member takes part in the sale, is that what? Because this is
yeah,
big. Free
yeah.
stuff. People want to know.
So any member who mints with ICX will be able to get Shroom tokens from our 1 million Shrooms that will be allocated for airdrop. So
And
any
that'll
member,
Yeah, so that'll go to the obviously because they're using Icon Bridge, the message where they connect their ICX, the Icon wallet, and the Harmony wallet. The NFT will get minted in the Harmony wallet, and naturally, because we have that information, the airdrop will then just proceed to the same wallet that they minted the NFT to.
exactly, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll stop there. Carry on.
Yeah, and then we will, keep on having this balancing act where we will do this, because whenever we move things in one side, we have to really think about the other side too, and I can't wait for a day where it all becomes one.
Yeah.
um, but right now we have to do that because it's early on.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's pretty cool. No, look, I get it. It's a fine line keeping so communities it gets very tribalistic, it's this is ours, this is we so, and I felt that way for a certain point of time as well, especially when I see projects getting CPS funded, and for me, the whole point is that's coming from inflation, so rightfully so it should be put back into the ecosystem and making it more valuable. But at the same time, there's this balancing act where if you can, the interoperability tech and its mission is to connect communities, right? That's even in our tagline now for the foundation handle. So sometimes the best kind of marketing and the best way to kind of get new communities to look into out of their chains to other chains is through these partnerships. And a great example is Rfox. I know this is a bit of different, but Rfox is they've got their vaults around the metaverse and things like that, and we saw quite a few of their what are the word I use? Tribalistic followers who just only care about our Fox, right? That is their world. That is yes. And then when Icon partnered, they were, and we talked about it a little bit. They were like, "Hey, hang on, let's check out Icon. What's on their chain?" Started taking part in our DeFi activity, and we gained new users. So, so in this case, it's same thing. And I really hope this is what transpires. We see. Transpires. So we see this happen. We also see, hopefully, the Harmony people and users go, Wonderland was a hit. What else? What else have these teams been working on? And they look at Gangster Bet and go, hey, hang on a minute. We know Icon. Let's jump over. Let's see what's going on. So, and I'm guessing that is at the heart of what the team is also hoping to happen, right?
Yes, that is one of the main things that we want.
So, and that should happen at a low price of how much per NFT? Did you say? Damn it! No. Okay. No, look, I think that's great. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about today?
Oh yeah, the art side of things.
Oh yes.
We have been uh, we have been going through so many different variations, ideation, so many different iterations for the art, and we finally it took us about so it even so we started initially right like right when we had started this CPS. Um, Started in CPS and for the art, and our artist took about, I would say, 3 weeks or even a month to figure out Alice and Queen, to really figure out their pose and what they should have, all the different traits, all the different looks that they should have. And then for the card, it actually took even more than that, probably like 1 month and a half to really boil down and be like, okay, this is the card we want. And even after that, what we really wanted to do was give our community members this vast variations of NFTs, and have, and for them to have a lot of different traits. So our NFT collection will have 600 plus different attributes. Yeah, that's
Wow.
600 plus. Most of the collections usually have between 100 to 200. Some collections out there have 400 plus, and that's not a lot of them. But we're striving to, or we actually not striving to. We have 600 plus different attributes, and we really hope that all this hard work that our artists put in, we can really show it to our community, and really excited about it.
Yeah, no. Look, I think you can see, even today I saw a post, and I very much got Legend of Korra kind of vibes, and the way it looked, straight away, especially with the rock fragments and stuff like that. Given what Avatar's about, um, but no, really excited about it. That's awesome. It's great to see so much care and passion has been taken. But 650 attributes, so uh, I'm scared to ask. Like, so. Will that? So obviously, a lot of that is being going to be designed in the marketplace that you'll build for the project, correct?
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't get the question.
So you mentioned the NFTs will have around 650 attributes.
Mhm.
So to view those attributes and things like that, that'll be built into the marketplace that will launch post the sale.
Yeah, yeah, it will.
Cool. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Anything else?
Um, no, no. I think, um, yeah, yeah, that's about it. But what really want to say one more thing, which is really thankful for our community, for backing us, and we are really excited to what's to come, and also for the future. And for me personally, this is the best place to be right now for me to work on, and I'm really loving it.
So dream job, huh?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, love it, love it. No, look, thank you so much, Articus, for coming on the show. Like I said, I learned a ton. I'm super excited about how much you have told us and all the beans you've spilled around the Icon Bridge. And if you're saying end of poker, poker was from memory, 6th of May. If you're listening to this and you don't know what this poker tournament is about, make sure you join the Discord for Wonderland. It's front and center. There's a Medium article with clear, concise dates. A lot of communities have come together to plan this epic poker night, and there is a ton of stuff being given away as prizes for the people who finish. I think there are 128 people or 126 in the top eight. Whoever's in the top eight will get a ton of NFTs. Have I kind of summarized that very quickly?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Excellent, excellent. So, yeah, make sure you tune in for that. Obviously, because straight after that, there's going to be a price reveal and a date of when the sale will be live. So it's not long now. Like that's literally start of May. So,
Yeah,
and cool. And if you're piecing it all together, you're starting to realize, well, if start of May and that's going to happen and it's going to utilize the bridge, well, then the bridge can't be far off because they need to utilize the bridge to do the sale. Oh my God. Hint, hint. Um, okay, look. Artechist, thank you again so much for coming on the show. Everyone listening, if you aren't already, I will get a Discord link and put it in the show notes. If you aren't in there, get in there. There's still opportunities, right? There's still a few opportunities for whitelist spots, or has everyone missed the boat?
No, there still is.
There,
There is.
there you go. There still is. So make sure you join Discord, take part if you want a spot on the whitelist. You've heard now a lot about the project, kind of from start to finish, and now you can see how it's not leaving Iconist and Icon behind. It's doing everything it can to, um, you know, utilize everything Icon stands for, which is interoperability and communities and etc. etc. And it's doing it, and it's actually happening. So make sure you follow it and get in there. Like, share, subscribe. Articus, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks
Take
for
care.
having me here. Thank you.
No, no worries, man. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.